Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Hello?
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. How can I call you? I think you mentioned Alejandro is fine, right?
Yeah, Alejandro is correct. What about you?
um, I'm Gefest. You can call me Gefest pretty much. So,
G-Fest. Great. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I think we can just start with your form, basically. Yeah, I think we can take a look at that first and see what you mentioned there. But yeah, maybe do you have any questions before we start as well?
I don't think I have any immediate questions, so no, I'm ready to go.
Okay, sounds good. So, what you mentioned in the forum, you want to hit GM. That's a good goal, long-term goal. Okay, and
Long term.
yeah, as a short term, we want to
Yeah.
get to diamond, and you think that you're good at movement and your aim, duels as well, and your rank is platinum 2. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and in terms of the hero pool, we're playing Genji, Tracer, as some hit scan heroes like Ash or Soldier. Okay. So, what kind of heroes you enjoy playing the most, first of all, out of
Yeah,
this
I mean,
pool?
out of the
Mhm.
pool, Genji Tracer are my two favorites. I do love Ash, and I love Echo as well. I didn't mention Echo.
Okay, so Echo as well. Okay. And just in general, maybe are there any other heroes you enjoy?
Uh, I mean, I'm pretty flexible when it comes to heroes.
Mm-hmm.
But other DPS heroes that I enjoy might include um I mean those are my favorites. I guess those are my
That's
absolute
fine.
favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So you're
Yeah.
pretty much DPS player overall, right?
Oh, well I do play some flex. I guess on tank I would enjoy Reinhardt. I would enjoy
Hmm.
Diva. Um and maybe some Zarya, and support Ana would be my favorite.
Okay, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But we want to work on overall, just on the long term, we want to work on your DPS, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And for what do you think you need to work on? You mentioned that you want to increase your awareness of your teammates, where they are, what they need from you, and would you also
Yeah.
like to learn how to better contest strong defenses? Okay, so it's the point like Dorado and poor ratio and Ultra King. Okay, can you elaborate on
Yeah.
that actually? What do you think about what is the problem with awareness exactly? Why it's difficult to maybe talk to your teammates, kind of see what they want to do? Yeah.
Yeah, I think with teammates in particular, I said that just because I play a lot of flanking heroes and heroes that are prone to
Mm-hmm.
take like one-on-ones and like be on their own.
Right.
And so I think that there are perhaps sometimes that it would be better for me to not take that role and to like play
Mm-hmm.
more
Mm-hmm.
like a peel role or whatever it might be. And in those situations, I do tend to switch heroes if that's what's necessary. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that maybe sometimes I get ahead of myself. Like I get too caught up in whatever I'm doing and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
forget about my team.
Okay, okay. So sometimes we have an issue with that. Okay.
Hmm.
Is there anything else as well, or just you think the biggest problem is awareness, or maybe there's something else you think?
I'm sure there are way more things that I don't even know of. But like things that I can think of off the top of my head. Uh, I mean, I guess perhaps I can be far too aggressive as a player, and it's
Mm-hmm,
just
mm-hmm.
straight up, like straight up throwing. Uh, so I would say that.
Do you mean by that that sometimes you engage at not correct times, just your timing is a little bit
Yeah,
off? Mm-hmm.
for sure. And I think that also, like, I can engage because, like, I can sometimes feel pressure to make a play, like, especially if nothing's been happening for a while.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or if I feel like, okay, maybe it's on me to like make something happen, like solo carry, whatever it might be, even if I'm wrong. I just may
Yeah.
try and force something and it ends up, not working out sometimes.
Okay, okay, okay. Mm, well, I think today then what we can do, because recently the replays got deleted. It's
Yeah,
happening
right.
quite frequently sometimes. Yeah, well, we can I think just do the live session first. We can see what we can start with, what we can start working on first. Probably we're gonna work around those topics, like I mentioned, awareness, timing. We probably gonna talk about that. I think it's gonna be beneficial to also talk about the map control. I usually talk a lot about that because Overwatch 2, that some changes compared to Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 now. The angle control is much more important. Well, it was still important in Overwatch 1, but now it's you have much more carry potential. So especially to the DPS player like you, it's gonna be important to discuss. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can start with the live session then, and just maybe pick one of the heroes from your hero pool. What would be the let's just kind of see what are the top heroes. So can you again tell me what the top three maybe heroes you enjoy playing the most just overall. So just
Sure.
gonna write it down. Yeah, because you mentioned Genji Tracer, then our soldier, but just what would be the most like hero you play the most first? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, number one, definitely Genji. That's
Definitely
my
Genji.
favorite
Mm-hmm.
and the one I play the most.
Mm-hmm.
After that, to be honest, like even though Tracer and Ash and Echo, I prefer playing those characters. I do find myself playing like Soldier in ranked a lot,
Mm-hmm.
just
Mm-hmm.
because I think he just has good potential to like help himself and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
So I end up playing Soldier a lot, and then past that, I mean, I guess it's map dependent, but I do play Ash, I guess. I don't know, so maybe some more hit scan than
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
others. Even though I wouldn't say I don't play Tracer and Echo. It's just if you're saying top three.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's good to know. You know what we can think about? We can think about our hero pool just in the long term as well. What I usually suggest, because if we have such a pool where we focusing on Genji, Soldier, Tracer, and Ash with Echo at the same time, I think that's a lot of heroes. That's a lot of heroes, because we have to learn multiple micros. It might be difficult to apply
Okay.
everything, to apply everything,
Okay.
and that's why I think we can try to reduce our hero pool a little bit if we want to be more efficient with improvement. Obviously, we still want to prioritize having fun. I think it's because this way
Okay.
you're gonna
Yeah.
have really really a big motivation to learn everything, but try to think about how do we can yeah, how we can make our training more efficient. I think usually what a lot of the players do, because they are two categories on DPS, you can maybe just differentiate them by there are some hit scan heroes and there are some projectile heroes, so we can maybe lean into one category first, just maybe leaning towards projectile a little bit more, or hit scan, because this way it's gonna be easier for you to like train those aim habits, I think. And then maybe later, if we want to also add some other heroes, that's possible, like adding the heroes from other category, that's possible, but just keep in mind it's going to be slightly harder, I think, because we are
Okay.
focusing on multiple habits at once. Yeah, they're just habits within some hitscan heroes you want to implement, and the habits with the projectile, it's a lot of times about predicting where the enemy is going to be. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
different. Yeah, it's different. So I'm just thinking, do we want to do something like that as well, or do we just want to go with our hero pool in general? If we would try to maybe reduce the amount of heroes you play, what do you wanna lean towards? Is that maybe a projectile category because you play Genji the most, or
Yeah. I guess like if I had to choose my favorite category, it's gonna be projectile.
probably
I
projectile?
like Genji and Echo
Mm-hmm,
a
mm-hmm.
lot. I do love playing Ash, but for the sake of improvement, I'm willing to focus on projectile.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I think I think that's okay. I think that also a lot of times you find players just in rank, they also play multiple heroes. That's doable. I think the goal with that is just because we don't want to have too many heroes to practice, because it's going to be difficult, and realistically you don't need to that many. You just
Yeah.
overall can have some longer range heroes, some shorter range hero, I think, and a hero with mobility like Genji's pretty mobile. In your pool you can maybe still have the soldier, even though he's an hitscan category, because he's a long range hero, I think. But we can
Okay.
discuss it a little bit more, I think, after the live session. We can just
Okay.
start with playing Genji pretty much. We can see where we at first.
Okay, well, I mentioned I'm rusty, so
That's
we'll
alright.
see how this
Don't worry.
goes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's alright. That's alright. Don't worry about that. I think we can focus on let's just keep the one goal in mind, maybe, because you mentioned maybe sometimes you struggle with where your team is. Let's just keep in mind where our team is consistently. Let's just say before each engagement we're gonna check where your team is, what are they doing exactly, and then relatively to that you're looking to engage. Maybe let's just simplify it even more. Let's just pay attention to our tank when we're in the games. Let's just make sure when our tank is aggressive, then we can be aggressive as well, kind of follow up the pressure, because tanks are meant to drag the enemy attention, and because they're dragging the enemy attention, they're surviving, then you can do pressure. That is beneficial, I think. Let's just start
Okay.
with that.
Yeah, for sure. And do you want me to stream that on Discord? How are we doing this?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
stream on Discord. Yeah,
Okay, hopefully that goes smoothly. Give me 1 sec.
that should be good. And if you're gonna have any questions, feel free to ask those even outside of the lesson as well. Later you can also do that.
For sure. Share your screen. All right. One second. I'm gonna restart Overwatch. It's like
Oh
not.
yeah, sure. Take your time.
Yeah. So, is your main role tank? Out of curiosity.
I'm mainly playing tank, yes. But
Yeah.
recently
Okay.
I just do coaching for the most part. I've been playing tank a lot, but then I was playing other roles as well, like DPS
Yeah.
especially. I think even now I like playing Tracer right now. The Tracer's pretty fun. And
Yeah,
with
for
for
sure.
the support, something like Zenyatta Ana is also pretty good. But yeah.
Absolutely. All right. I think I should be good to go here.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm just gonna share my screen. Hopefully this works well.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's working. It's
All right.
working just fine. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Can get in a rank game and see where we at. Let's just keep that goal in mind. Just check with where your tank is and make sure
For sure.
the pressure is gonna be followed after what the tank is doing, and should be good.
Yeah, I'm very nervous right now, to be honest.
No, don't worry. So the goal with that is also, like, to be honest with you, doesn't matter if we win or lose. I actually want you to lose more. It's okay. Because from losses,
that's good.
we'll learn from those. We'll learn from those and see what we can do after, what we can adjust. So this is really good. Just pay attention to the concepts which you're practicing. If you do the concept, like certain concept which you're practicing better, then that is perfect.
Okay.
So
Oh my god. All right.
that's it. So we're just gonna be like, I want you to only look at when your tank is being active, and then be active after. Maybe you can say in the 0.5 seconds, right? When your tank is being active, you want to be active as well. There's one exception though, because Genji is that character. With the Genji, you can do a lot of pressure just on isolated targets. You can do a lot of burst. That's why maybe if you see someone isolated, you can go on those whenever. There are gonna be also some exceptions also, but in general, you wanna time the pressure with your tank. Time the pressure with your tank, and should be nice. Also, it's not necessarily that you have to play around him. You can be on your own somewhere else always, but yeah, we just want to keep the timing in mind.
For sure. Do you want me to like be in voice or anything like that? Like, do you care?
I think it's if the voice, if it's gonna be distracting, you can leave that. It's okay. We don't want to be there necessarily. We're just focusing on our gameplay. You cannot control your teammates, so
right.
Doesn't matter what they do.
Alright.
Okay. Let's see. Just scout where your Doomfist is as well. So keep that in mind. Okay. Yep. Once your Doomfist is gonna go in, see who you can pressure. Maybe if someone is isolated, you can also go after them too. Yeah, like that ball is pretty isolated.
Right.
Okay. Notice if there is opportunity when the enemy ball is engaging, still try to go on their squishies, because that is the most ideal for you. They're just easier to kill. Their Zenyatta would be pretty good target, or their Hanzo in general is also fine one as well. So once your kind of tank is being active, trying to go after
Right.
them is nice. Okay, so it seems like your tank is pushing in. We can see if there's an opportunity for you to go after some stationary Zen, or maybe Hanzo.
Oh Jesus.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. So you can just try to see when your tank is about to break the corner. When your tank is getting focused by multiple people, might be a good time to look for the dash on someone. Might be a good time to like close the distance with someone. But it's all good.
Oh. Oh no. Okay.
Just so sad. That's
Uh,
okay.
right.
Have your blade as well.
Honestly, what's that?
I'm just saying you have your blade as well, so find an
Right.
opportunity to engage with that later once your tank is being aggressive. Okay, try to push forward a little bit. Maybe you can clear those mines. Be careful. See that isolated target. That's might be a good one. Dinyara is even better though, potentially. Okay. Yeah, the Dinyara is one of the best targets for you.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. At this point, I'd probably think about
That's a,
switching.
you have your blades, so you can start with that. Just pretty
Right.
much see, like, if you, even though it's a solo blade, that's okay. Just solo blade
Yeah.
someone, and then at this point you can think about switching. But I would rather think how you can adjust your playstyle first. See like what's working, what's not. Nice, good. Okay. I think that's going well. Try to look for some poke damage before the fight starts still. And when the real fight starts, when it's gonna be 5v5, look at where your tank is. Just making sure you time the pressure. Mm-hmm. Zenyatta is a good target for you. Nice. Yes, closing the gap like that is perfect. Try to get
Jesus
HP back.
Christ.
Okay, that's fine. I was a little
Yeah.
bit late on saying that. we
Right.
almost got
No,
the HP back, but yeah, I think we still can win. Yeah,
I think we still cap. Yeah, I think we still cap.
nice. And still cap that.
Barely, but Jesus Christ.
Okay, just keep farming there, Zenyatta, pretty much, and
Yeah.
see if your tank is grabbing some attention. The ball is, unless he's feeding like really isolated, unless he's
Just
doing
ignore
that,
the guy.
yeah, usually ignore that. Yeah, usually ignore the tank for the most part. Just see if there's an opportunity like to engage those guys on top. Yeah, this is great. This sim is also kind of alone.
Okay, well.
It's fine, just look to stabilize. Okay.
Oof.
Sometimes, like, let's say there are gonna be moments when your tank goes back, like, because they're chasing that ball, might be also a good opportunity to see, oh, like, maybe I can just wait a little bit. You don't necessarily have to just chase the ball with them too. You can kind of sneak around, see, okay, maybe someone's isolated, someone's really low HP, try to get them. This is good. This is isolated target we just got. I
Right.
think you can Can ignore the ball, I think. Just try
Yeah.
to go after the yeah. This is fine.
Please, thank God.
Nice, we just got him. Try to see where's everybody else on their team. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Keep farming the backline. Yeah. The first part, if you can gather them, always. Nice. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, I think you can definitely cap that. Just make sure you also do some poke damage at the start too,
Okay.
so you can farm some ult charge. Mm-hmm.
The soldier's still here.
Yeah, if he's isolated, you can challenge him. Challenging isolated whenever. Now be careful when he is gonna be in his friendly space. If he is
Right.
getting supported by someone, you need your tank with you, kind of just pushing up, dragging the attention.
Oh Jesus.
I think yeah, and so you just got that ball now. Try to see how you can go on there, Zenyatta. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, still looking for some poke is definitely fine. Like, see where they can come out, maybe scout as well. Are they coming from the left, right? We always want to be active, see how we can do even some pressure at the poke phase. Mm-hmm. Just reset. You can reset. Your tank is
What you said?
dead, so yeah. If your tank is dead, we can only find an opportunity to engage on isolated. If someone is isolated, then go on them. But
Okay.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just gonna be your last fight. That's why it's kind of important to reset a
Right.
little. Try to see. I think touching
Oh, no.
kind of going for the backline with the blade is okay. Oh yeah, we got a touch.
Oh Jesus.
Okay,
That was close. That was close.
I think you did that though. Okay, well, it was kind of. I had to delay. I think that's okay.
Oh, you're talking about me touching the
Yeah,
point?
yeah, yeah. I was pretty sure it did, but then turns
I
out
thought I did too, but close. This guy wants to run bunker.
bunker.
What do you think?
Genji is good in bunker. Well,
You think
no, okay. I'm just thinking we can keep practicing the Genji for now because it's the hero which we played at the start. I think it also we just want to find a way how to adjust our playstyle. Like, what was the main problem you think when we were trying to engage? Like, what? Mhm.
Okay. To be honest, it's really hard. Like I think you're right. I need to wait for my tank to engage because I have no idea what to, especially on a long map like
Mhm.
Rialto. It feels pretty difficult to reach their back line even in the first place. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so for me, I'm just kind of poking, looking for opportunities to engage. So I guess
Mhm.
I'm
Mhm.
struggling recognizing those
Yeah,
opportunities to engage, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. We can discuss it later. I think try to have those 2 points in mind where your tank is, so it's easier for you to engage their backline, but also keep your position in mind too, so it's also easier because if you have short range sightlines when you dash range, then we can have bigger opportunities to do damage towards someone. Yeah, so
Okay.
keep in mind where you are, and should be
Widow.
good. Yeah, we just want to focus on how to adjust the playstyle first. It's really beneficial. Uh-huh. Okay. See how you can get on their backline so you can be in a short range. Like this top right, for example, might be good for you. just in general.
Top right,
Yeah. I mean,
like over here.
kind of starting with that, seeing okay, if someone is isolated like that soldier, right, and then you can maybe
Yeah.
contest them. If not, then you can go on the back line like you did, yeah, like there when you were smoking. Just keep the widow in mind.
Oh no.
Okay,
Jeez.
so that was alright in terms of just how we use the position. The only variable which you missed is where our tank. Right?
Mhm.
Where our tank is not active yet. Yeah, our tank is behind the corner. If we engage in
Okay.
multiple people, it's a little bit difficult.
Right. I saw the Kiriko was low. I thought I could hit her. I missed.
Yeah,
But you're right. Yeah.
I think it's yeah, it's obviously there are gonna be things like that. Also,
Yeah.
just in general, let's keep the tank in mind, and we should be
Yeah.
should be good. Okay.
And I'm gonna die.
I think they're Widowmaker, they're Anna, even Soldier. I think the Soldier is gonna be a little bit harder one because of the healing station. But yeah, going to the Soldier Anna is gonna be good if you can do that.
Okay. Try to see if I can.
Right. So with the tank, all we need is make sure he contests space with us. Yeah, see, like your Sigma, now he's contesting the space on the cards. So if you want to be there, if you want to do damage there, then if he is there with you, that's right. Now he's not with you, so now you search for isolated targets. Like this ball is isolated, or maybe someone's going up. You can also find them, fight them. Like this soldier, by the way. Just try to survive here, though.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's alright. That's alright.
Yeah.
It's also always good to like die, push your limits. We'd rather do that. We'd rather do that, learn from that, than just play passive. That's okay.
Yeah. Oh god.
Okay, see that soldier isolated. Maybe you can challenge him. Just keep your house in mind. Oh, that was a one shot from the back, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the sound for that too, so I didn't hear her. Okay.
Oh, you don't have any sound?
It's all right.
That's okay.
I can deal with that. It's okay. Just in general.
Yeah, my bad.
No. It's don't worry. We have the blade for the next fight.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So try to see when we engage in multiple targets. Right before that, yeah, checking. Right before the engagement, checking. Okay, Sigma with us in our space. If yes, then we in. This is good, I think. This is good. Nice. And this is much better timing. You see, the Sigma's contesting the space with you, and you're getting nice value here, I think. Just keep that in
Thank
mind. What
Yeah.
your tank is doing, and it's really beneficial for the most part in general. Okay, we got 2 kills. I think you can even look to push more forward. Your tank is also pushing forward, yeah. So see,
Okay.
maybe if he is pushing someone, then you can also try to kill them too. Like this Cassidy or
I gotta get the
low
hell
HP.
out of there.
Yeah. Okay. See that guy, someone is isolated. Try to contest them. Oh. Nice. Get the soldier too. Have your dash, don't forget about that. Oh, we're so close.
Yes. So. Oh, thank
nice,
God.
we got him.
Oh my God.
I mean, you can also push a little bit because your tank is in as well. Yep. Oh no. Oh, we 4 HP.
No,
Oh,
very
okay.
close. Very close.
That was fine. Yeah. I think the attempt, with the deflag, trying to deflect the grenade is okay. Just
Yeah.
it was unfortunate. Okay, we're close to the blade again. They don't have any defensive ultimate, so should be alright. Just in general, there's no transcendence, so like Lucio beat, so it's good. See that cast isolated? Just keep his grenade in mind and you can contest him. Okay. Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
Isolated, we can go whenever. If you go after multiple, then keep the tank in mind. Okay. Yes, nice. And your tank is contesting the space with you, so this is good. And this is isolated. There was a fine attempt, I think. Just a little bit better mechanics. Okay,
Yeah.
that's alright. That's alright. Oh, I think winning, yeah. Yeah, ball is pretty low.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, keep seeing if someone's going after this little high gun here. If someone's isolated, doesn't matter who, you can contest them pretty much whenever almost. Just be careful. Yeah, be careful with over dashing. See the space on the high ground. You can kind of stay there, and then you're gonna be one dash away, just in case if you want to dash towards your team. But if you enter the next space, like go under, then you kind of not dash away from your team. It's like 2 dashes away, so it's gonna be difficult. You always kind of play 1 dash away from where your team is mostly. This is the general rule, kind of. So that's why this space is good. Yeah, you can contest anywhere. Even though they go up the stairs, I think you can slightly be a little bit greedy, but you don't want to go under, I think. Probably. Unless your team goes into the room. Try to keep their squishes in mind, I think. Just prioritize them. The ball is a lot of times the distraction. If you can shoot the squishies and the ball, then you choose to shoot the squishies. The squishies are on the main. Like now, if there's a Moira, yeah, that's alright. That's alright. You force her dash as well. Okay. See who we can kill there. Ooh, and you win it. Yeah, you win it. Just get the Moira and you win it. The Moira is right on card. She's no dash. I think she's still alive somehow. Oh, she died to trap.
There she is.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, I know I shouldn't be nervous, but Jesus Christ, it's all nerves right now.
Yeah, I totally understand that too. I understand that too. Just keep in mind, for me, it does matter, like, what we, to be honest, like, win or lose, or you die. I want you to die as much as possible. That's okay. If you die...
well, I got you.
If you die 100 times, then we learn from that. Basically, we see those situations, we see the patterns, why we died, and in that game, what do you think was the biggest issue? Why we died? Like, what could have won us the fight more?
So here's what I'll say. To be honest, if I wasn't, in this coaching session, I would have switched from Genji way a long time ago. Because like I typically like on Rialto, just because it's a pretty open map. I honestly like I would run hit scan, right? So Soldier
hit scan is good.
Typically.
Yeah, hit scan is good there.
Yeah. And so Genji was definitely a challenge, especially on defense. I don't know why. I just always Genji defense is just something that can be a little troublesome. It's not impossible, but
long sidelines, understandable. Yeah,
for sure. So I think that my biggest issue was one, I did get distracted with that ball a little too much. I'll admit it. Two, finding opportunities for the squishies. I think one thing that just this first little live session has helped is for me to just stay in a position where opportunities might arise for me to dive the back line.
Yes, exactly.
Because because I think that I think to myself stuff like, right now they're all grouped together. I'm just gonna stay back and poke. But if I maybe take a better position, something might come up and I might be able to take that dash in that moment. Right. So I think Yeah, I think that's helpful.
Yeah, exactly. We want to play around what we're good at. That's why a lot of times what we're gonna do in the sessions, it's actually not just switching. To be honest with you, switching also, it's kind of, we're trying to we're trying to escape the problem. But to be honest, with those sessions with improvement overall, you wanna find out how to deal with those difficult situations, but you cannot find out what to do in those difficult situations if you're not in those as much as possible, if you're not
Yeah,
exposing
right.
yourself more to those. Yeah, it's like if you're trying to lift, like let's say you're trying to go in a gym, you're lifting, want to lift 100 kilograms. Yeah, you cannot lift 100 kilograms if you are trying to avoid lifting, if you're just running instead, for example, right? This is maybe not the best analogy, but anyway, we want to get to the point where we are gonna be, once we practice those difficult things, we want to get to the point where it feels easy. Yeah, so it's gonna be easy for you to like do whatever you want to. Adjusting play style first is the first priority, is gonna be important. That's why in a game like Overwatch, actually, even one tricking is gonna be okay a lot of times. You can get away with that. I mean, I can also say it from my player's perspective too. When I was playing, you wouldn't know which one.
Yeah.
I was just one tweaking Reinhardt at the start, but then I was thinking, oh, it's fun to one tweak the Doomfist, and then it's fun to one tweak the Tracer. I was getting
Yeah.
pretty high side with that too. But in Overwatch 2 now, you have even more carry potential now, so it's okay to think how to adjust your playstyle first, and then after, if you need to switch to the other hero, I think this is okay, but we need to find out why we're switching. Generally speaking, you're switching not because enemy counter you, or they have a certain hero, like they have fire over, have to go hit scan. No, in reality, you have to play around what are you good at and see, oh, maybe I have a certain team position. Maybe I am on a certain map which is good for that character. That's why I play this character, because this character is good here in this specific situation. I would agree on Rialto, actually, based on the map factor. Yeah, playing something like Hitscan is better, but our first priority is always going to be how to adjust the playstyle. I think in terms of adjusting characters, I think we can talk about it in the next session too, just in the second one. But because the first priority is, like I mentioned, adjusting your playstyle. But yeah, let's just figure out. Let's take a look at this replay a little bit, and then we can discuss a little bit more in depth what you can work on first, and maybe we can do another live one. Okay.
Okay, and quick question. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, I'm not a pro or anything. I'm just a ranked player. But we're doing this for learning purposes. But you think in the future, me switching to Ashe on Rialto, it's like no big deal. It's like if it's not like, to run away from learning, but more so to like, yeah, because I agree with you. I think Rialto, if it was hit scan, I would have been able to do that much easier. I'm just curious about your thoughts, I guess, of like keeping a wide hero pool.
Yeah. This is, I think, in terms of, by looking at our hero pool as well. So if we look at our hero pool, because we are looking to play, so we're looking to lean towards this projectile category. I'm just trying to think what we can also do. I think in your case, since you're playing Soldier, Ashe might be just fine if you play those two. Like Soldier, Ashe for a little bit more high gun control for longer range maps. Genji is gonna be fine where you need more mobility and just have this kind of verticality first, and then a lot of divers. Yeah, but in general, I'm trying to think. So because this is based, I'm not sure how good you are as an Ashe, but let's say you equally good on the Ashe and Genji, right? And then of course you could say, oh, on Rialto it's okay to probably run Ashe, but it's gonna be mainly based not only on the map but also on your team comp too. So see what kind of team comp you had on defense, for example. I think you had Sigma, and then what was the second? I think there was some long range DPS too. So in that situation, playing long range here is doable because you're playing for your long range win condition, just because you are poking from far and you have members who can follow up from hitting shot from far. This is really good. So you can maybe get someone low and then Sigma finishes him, or it can be other way around. But let's say you have dive, I would 100% say play Genji. Yeah, so that's how I usually
Yeah.
view that. We look at a team comp first and map second, and that's how we're gonna do most of the times, and just pick the heroes based on what we can get the most value is. Because in that case, like let's say you top 100 Genji, yeah, if you're doing much better as Genji as well, just in general, I would say play Genji whenever. Yep, you can play Genji on Circuit Royale, you can play Genji on long range sidelines. You're gonna get the bigger value with that too. I think in general,
Okay.
it's completely fine if you're having fun with that. Of course, too. That's
Yeah.
good as well.
Right.
Yeah, I'm thinking in terms of adjusting here, so we will dive into it later. Just for now, what you can be thinking about is we can talk about a few fundamental things we can be aware of. So it's playing relatively to where your team is. Keep it in mind there's something what is called kill zone. We'll discuss that, and then I think we can discuss corners with you.
Okay, so you said where my teammates are. You said kill zone,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then corners. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
probably we'll discuss that right now. I think I'm just gonna write it down so
All
we'll
right.
not forget. Yes, the corners, kill zone, and then yeah, I think just scout in general. Okay, can you just give me the replay code and we'll talk about that a little bit?
For sure. One sec. Uh, okay. I'll message it.
Yeah.
Am I good to stop streaming on Discord?
Yeah, sure.
Oops. Right, stop streaming. And
I'm gonna screen share as well.
okay, I just messaged it. Let me know if you got it. I can also just read it out.
1 second.
Yeah.
Is it on my Discord DMs?
Ooh, I can send it there. I did the voice chat, but I'll DM you.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it's.
You got it?
Oh yeah, I got it. I'm screen sharing as well. Just let me know if you see my stream just fine.
One sec.
Ready? 3, 2.
So see at the start as well. Just a little bit of a team composition talk right now. What do you think about your team comp here? Is it fine to play Genji into this comp or?
Well, I mean, my team comp at the beginning we had Doom, and I
Yeah.
think Doom and Genji synergize.
Yeah, quite well.
And then Ana, obviously they synergize, and I think Soldier and Lifeweaver probably help as well. I don't know much about Lifeweaver yet, but so I think Genji is good. Yeah, good here.
Yeah, exactly. And that is in general how you can do that. Just looking at your team comp first, the map second. But yeah, let's just pay attention to the, I think, kill zone, and then how we play around the corners first. So let's just watch out this first fight. Okay, so first of all, when we looking to do pressure, yeah, notice where we are. Yep. So we basically around this box, I think we so we started out on the main, then we started playing around here, right? But let's put it this way. If we want to look for opportunities, like we mentioned, we want to be around the area where you can dive someone, yeah, where you can dash in someone, of where you want to be then potentially. Yeah, because this position, it's pretty difficult to even try and close the gap with the enemy backline, right? It's kind of challenging, okay? So what do you think we should be doing in our case? Where we should be potentially?
I guess the easiest place to get to I mean, either one of those two buildings, I'd probably, I guess those two buildings in the center, you know, past the bridge, from spawn.
Okay, so kind of
I
this one or this one, yep.
Yeah, I guess the right one has like some better cover, perhaps, to like dip into if I need to, but one of those.
Yeah, yeah, okay, so let's just name this is building number 1, this is building number 2.
Yeah.
You mentioned the building number 1 has more cover, right? That's why we wanna lean towards that. Yeah?
Yeah,
Is it correct?
the only thing I would, yeah, that's what I would say, but I obviously like, the enemy team can access building 1 as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but you're totally right. So
Mhm.
with the corners, what do we want to do? Because you are a short range character, you want to play around your favorable range, so short range, yeah.
Mhm.
And we want to be ideally in a spot where, because you're short range character, it's easier for you to like dash someone, but to dash someone, yeah, you need to have this kind of corner where maybe they cannot poke you, where it's easy for you to get closer. That's why, like, let's say you rotate through the main. If you rotate through the main, you're gonna get poked constantly, yeah? And then you're gonna get your deflect force, you can get your dash force, that is not ideal. Or even using building number 2 is also not as ideal, yeah, because it's quite open. But if you
Mhm.
use the building number 1 like this, then that is really beneficial. So what I usually call it, like, this is kind of long range sightline. Yeah, like here, this is a long range sightline where the enemy team can see you, or even the main one. And this is short range sightline. Yeah, basically it takes really like a few meters for you to reach from here to there, and that is what we want to do with our corners, playing for around shorter range corners like this. So
Yeah.
I would just play like around here, and then maybe, let's say you want to dive the enemy backline on this side, yeah? Let's say it's here. Then you would choose not to play there at A, because this is a long sight line, but where you can stay then, in this case, where you want to lean to.
Okay.
Let's say, no,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
this is a question. Where we want to lean,
Sorry.
yeah, what kind of position we want to take if we want to go on this red space then? So it's not A because it's a longer range, but which one is better then?
Mhm.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if I want to go into that red space, I would assume the bridge over there to the right.
Bridge to
w-
the right is also long sideline too.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Well, I mean, through the building, if the enemy team
yeah.
isn't set up there,
Yeah,
then.
yeah, exactly. And that is your thought process. See, like, the building has short range sidelines because you can maybe use this
Right.
use this kind of spaces to just close the gap. You're not gonna get poked. Yeah. So the thing is, as well, like, as a side note, we don't want to get poked as much. That's why we're using those short range spaces more, and we kind of rotate between those. Yeah. So we're not gonna go just from maybe open to open like here, where it's really easy for the soldier to play around his favorable range. Yeah. He's
Yeah.
easily able
Yeah.
to do damage to you, where you're not as much. Yeah. You realistically can do a lot of damage when you right click someone, when you in a dash range as well. Yeah. And to be in a dash range, this is a good position. Yeah. Pretty nice. That is the thought process with our corners. Okay.
Yep.
So this is more of a like sniper position here. This is where you want to play maybe, or just in general longer range character. Maybe Ash, maybe Soldier, the start, Widowmaker. Yeah. But with the Genji playing around, what are we good at? Okay. Let's just see what's gonna happen after. So see, this is something what you gonna do a lot, because your disposition, let's say we are here, yeah, you're gonna be thinking about not only having an opportunity to dash in after someone, so be in a dash range, like try to go after their Hanzo, for example, but you're also gonna be dash away from your team sometimes too, because a lot of times with the Genji, because you have mobility, you have to abuse that at some extent. Yeah, that's why you're gonna be taking those off angles, maybe using a little bit of verticality sometimes. Yeah, going on the high ground. It's not that you're just gonna be staying alone. Obviously, you're still gonna have line of sight on your team, but just in case, we also gonna be able to dash away if that's needed. Like, let's say my team is here. Yeah, I don't want to be like too far, maybe there, unless this guy's isolated, I would say. But this is just another kind of perspective what we can stay on that building at the start. But yeah, poking is good. I think the target priority there is good. Just we could be there slightly early, and who knows, maybe you see an opportunity there to go after the Hanzo. See, like, if can
he's
you
really low.
yeah, what do you think? Can we try to go on him?
I mean, if I, was closer, absolutely. He's isolated and he's low.
Yeah, exactly. And that what those buildings allow you to do. Yeah, we're just not gonna be exposed to this guy as much. We have the deflect to help you to do the same thing as well, to close the gap. Yeah, closing the gap on the Hanzo, maybe closing the gap on the soldier. Let's say he's going for the shot. You can always deflect his arrow back. And kind of get distracted with the ball there.
Yeah, at that moment, I get slammed. Just what do you think? I just wait to get like healed up and then just keep focusing on the Hanzo.
Yeah, I think at this point, the question with the target priority is always gonna be, can you go on the back line, or let's put it this way: if you can shoot the ball and can shoot the back line, you want to shoot the back line. Yeah, here, if we are this position. Are we able to shoot the backline? Well, for a short period of time, I think you're able to shoot the Hanzo, but once this Hanzo is there, you're not able to do that anymore, kind of. But see, who is going in as well? Well, maybe that is something you can capitalize on potentially. Like, let's say Doomfist punches in, maybe if there's an opportunity for you to dive in someone, like, it seems the Hanzo is still kind of isolated, I think, so you can go on him. Yeah, the Kiriko is not healing him, but then once there are multiple people around this corner, we probably just gonna be focused on ball, and then later you can think about, once your team is maybe around here, then you can try to think about engaging in their backline later. I think at this point, just at the start, we would be on the Hands a little bit more, and then after you can shoot this ball, and like maybe now, I think you can still have your attention just in case you're checking. Oh, who's isolated potentially? Yeah, maybe Hanzo, he's over aggressive. Maybe he got the high ground here, so I want to punish that first. Yeah, if that's possible, of course. If it's not, then we continue shooting the ball. Yeah, so even between the shots, this is of course you don't have to do that, but just in general, the best players, they also scout between the shots even too. So there is something you can keep in mind. Or like when you're reloading, when you have the downtime, the fundamental behind that, we scout when we have downtime. Yeah, let's say this happens. Yeah, the Hanzo is kind of isolated here. Also, what happened to our dash? Let me see. Oh, okay, we tried to dash the ball.
I was
okay,
distracted with the ball.
I think that's okay. That's alright. That's alright. So now, you can tell me what your position can be. Let's pretend your tank is alive, and let's try to use short-range spaces. Yeah, let's think where the fight is gonna be, and based on that, give me the short-range space which you can use. What do you think?
All right. Well, the building to the left side of the screen, I would like to go in there, but the only thing that concerns me is that, like, since the enemy team has more space, they might like contest me there easily, right?
Exactly, yeah.
So I'd probably go to that building to the right.
Yeah. So maybe like staying here because they have just bigger advantage. We can play here. If you do have the Doomfist, probably you still can kind of play over here. But see, this is more of a like, I want to be in a position where the opportunities can be. Yeah, so I can dash in, and those are short range spaces for the most part. Okay. Dashed away, but see, like, this is a lot of times you can also avoid doing that too. If you
stay up there on
yeah, exactly. If you're playing the corners correctly, the corner is like your first friend. The corner is even the best teammate, I think, to you. You just because you play the corners, you can avoid using the dash, you can avoid using the deflect a lot of times, and just playing closer to it. Yeah, because if, let's say, enemy team, they pushing in, but suddenly someone is isolated. Yeah, but what if they are isolated, but I don't have the dash? Yeah, now I cannot capitalize on that opportunity. But if I still play kind of over here, this Hanzo overstands, I punish him. I think we tend to do that as well. This is kind of just a little bit of a ability usage talk, but this is mostly why we do that, I think, because we want to play closer to the corners. Yeah, think, okay, how corners are preventing the enemy to damage me, yeah, if they trying to damage you, then we lean towards the corners first. And as a second priority, yeah, if you really have to, then maybe you can dash away, or maybe you can use a deflect, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so this is short range spaces. One more thing which is gonna be important. No, actually, I think we can leave it for the next one. There are more advanced concepts about the corners, but I think we can just discuss the kill zone a little bit more. So see this? See where we are?
Mhm.
Yeah, we are out in the
Mhm,
open, the
mhm.
deflex forest, right? But let's say you're here, yeah, then it's much easier to engage, and the deflect is not to just stay alive in the open. The deflect is to help you engage. Yeah? Let's just continue.
Yeah.
Okay, kill zone. Well, are you familiar with that term, by the way? Like the kill zone, what that means? Maybe you heard it somewhere.
Never heard of it. Never.
Okay. So that is something what's going to be useful because, well, a lot of coaches, I think they phrase it differently as well, but I just put it this way. The kill zone is the area where most of your team can do effective damage. Yeah, like you see what kind of area they're trying to push. Like let's say all of your teammates, they kind of around this area, around A angle. Yeah, let's say they kind of stuck on your Orisa. That means the space where they can do effective damage, where they can kill someone potentially, is kind of the space in front of them. And it's gonna be based on the range of the heroes as well. So if we dive into a little bit deeper into it, then we can see what's the Orisa's range, yeah, what's this soldier range, yeah, what is this like Anna or your range as well, or Life Fever range, yeah, and then you can identify where is the skill zone exactly. I would say with your team composition, if everyone would play like around A, that's actually. See, I think this is gonna happen when your team is gonna be around this doorway. Oh, they're getting distracted with the ball. Okay. Let's see. But even here, okay, so the fight starts. You have most of your teammates here. So, I mean, you are the part of the team as well. So 3 people in this area, right? That means the kill zone is gonna be slightly in front of this payload, I think, because the Orisa's effective range is a short range, relatively short to mid range. Your effective range is a short range as well, and the soldier range, well, it's a long range, but you wanna also look at the other members because based on that, you just gonna be having the kill zone here. And so basically, let's say you go for the shots on this soldier, or you are. Yeah, your soldier is shooting their soldier because he is in your kill zone. Now everyone can capitalize on it. Yeah, Orisa can do effective damage. You can do effective damage as well. That is why contributing to your kill zone as kind of the first priority is gonna be really beneficial. Like let's say you dash this soldier. This is really high potential to kill him because the Orisa is there. Yeah, the soldier is there too. But let's say your team is just around this corner and you're trying to push the second point. Yeah, let's say they just kind of around this space and they're not doing much yet. They just kind of, I guess, regrouping or something. And you're trying to contest someone here, yeah? And of course, there's going to be high chance you're going to die and because there's no follow-up, yeah? That's why when we are looking to push, there's just going to be 2 things you're going to be looking for. Either you're pushing isolated people just whenever, I think, pretty much you can do that. There are some exceptions, of course, but for now we can just simplify to that. Or we can push multiple people, but when they are in our kill zone, kinda, yeah. So imagine if we combine the knowledge with what we mentioned, using short range spaces. Let's say we're here, and then because this guy is in our kill zone, potentially I can dash. Maybe wait out the healing station, so he's even more killable in the kill zone, right? And we go after him, for example. Does it make sense?
It does make sense. I would say one question I have is, obviously the Zen, and I think that's Kiriko, is set up really close to the soldier, and they're covering him. So me dashing the soldier, like, obviously there are a lot of variables, like how low is the soldier, my mechanics and stuff like that. But like, I'm just curious, like, like consider that kind of stuff as well before I dash into the soldier.
Yeah,
Like,
of
there's
course.
nothing I'm
Yeah,
forgetting.
yeah, of course you
Yeah.
have to. I would just address this the biggest kind of fundamentals first, and then we can kind of lean towards
Yeah,
more
for sure.
nuanced things. Because something you gotta be aware of is where's the Zen orb, where's the Kiriko's potential TP and just healing in general, and Suzu, yeah, stuff like that. Of course, this is important, but just in general, yeah, we're gonna say let's contribute to the kill zone. Let's be in our effective range area, which we kind of not, yeah, we in effective range, but we want to lean towards even more shorter, I think, sideline, maybe playing
So
around.
that high ground would be better. Maybe?
Yeah, I think slightly just at the start, see how the Zen can see you. If he is able to poke you, then yeah, you can maybe switch your position slightly. But what about also using this even verticality to kind of like help you as well at some point? I mean, there are multiple things you can do, but yeah, generally speaking, kind of playing around here might be fine. Maybe you can also find a way to use some verticality, like going above the roof sometimes. Yeah, it's where you can wall climb, just use the double jump, go around, and
Okay.
close the gap as well. Yeah, those are all micros, but you just pay attention to fundamentals, which you do no matter what. Yeah, you kind of wanna stay there, contribute to the kill zone. Ideally, it would be something you just wait out this healing station, try to poke him out a little bit, get him a little bit low, and then try to potentially dash towards him, kill him. Because your team is like here. If your tank is aggressive, like we mentioned, this is gonna be fine. So I think like here, see, he is receiving some support now, so you can be thinking, oh, okay, maybe I don't have to go after him now. My teammates, they're also just hiding here. Yeah, the enemies, they are not in your kill zone currently, so you cannot actively engage anyone. You can only find the opportunity to go after isolated target if that's the case. But anyway, something, if you notice that, yeah, if the Kiriko is maybe like, let's say here, yeah, and she beat out, and then the Suzu is also used, maybe going after this guy really fast, if he kind of a little bit isolated from healing, why not? Yeah, that's possible. I think we
they're always trying to poke him.
Yeah. This is fine. It's just we see what kind of spaces we're using. Yeah. What about if we're not here, but we like there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking. Let's put it this way as well. With the corners, I mentioned short range corners. Play close to the corners in general, and let's just say you want to minimize amount of angles you deal with. You want to put it this way. So how corners can help you to do that is, let's say we are on a high ground. Yeah, this is more of a like vertical space which you're using. Yeah, you can pick this way, this way. So when we are minimizing the amount of sweats, then what you can do is to just lean a little bit backwards and then just only shoot the Zenyatta. But let's say you want to be exposed to more people, then we just go go forward a little bit more. Yeah, this is how corners can help you to minimize the amount of angles you deal with, minimize the amount of damage you deal with. So staying here, maybe also using this corners where it's just normal, like on low ground, for example, where we can peek like this, AD like that. Let's say I'm around this corner, I can peek this guys this way and minimize the amount of sweats I deal with. So if I'm here, I'm dealing with Kiriko, Soldier, and Zenyatta at the same time. But let's say I'm here, then I'm only either dealing with Kiriko, Hanzo, or I can peek this way, only deal with Soldier. Yeah, see what I mean? We wanna lean towards the corner in this way, so we minimize the angles constantly. Yeah, and short range space together. You use that together. Okay. Maybe any questions about the corners? I mentioned a lot, I think, but yeah, this is gonna be. I think this is gonna help out a lot. So we're gonna have your abilities. You're not gonna get poked as much, but yeah, maybe any questions?
I don't think I have any questions right now. I'm just like trying to retain all the information.
Yeah. We're just gonna write it down. So corners, I'm just writing down the short range. Yeah, and then we also gotta be minimize threats, and that's it. Yeah, just using corners this way and leaning towards them. I think let's just see with the kill zone a little bit more. Okay, so we... So we're trying to shoot these guys. Okay. What do you think you should be playing right now?
Honestly, maybe I should have gone. First of all, not gone low ground at all. Stayed high ground. And maybe like peaked from, you know, I don't know. Probably just stay high ground actually.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think this is good. Yeah. So you can kind of minimize this amount of sweats this way. Maybe see, okay, someone's low. Maybe can try to go on them. If not, you still have an opportunity to do stuff. Okay, now if we're talking about the kill zone, even when your team is regrouping, yeah, you still have the kill zone which exists somewhere because it's kill zone is always relative to where your team is. Yeah, the kill zone is basically the area where most of your team can do stuff. So right now, where's your kill zone now? What do you think?
The kill zone at this moment is pretty far back. Maybe like around the bridge or something.
Kinda, yeah. So
yeah.
see, this is where you want to be exactly, not in the kill zone, but being able to contribute to that just in case. Because let's say somebody enters this space, guess what? He's probably dead because the soldier is there, life fever is there. Even though it would be 2v3, if he entered this kill zone area, I think those guys die most of the time. So, or you probably force a lot of important resources too. And this is what you want to do. Yeah, if I'm here, I'm able to contribute to the kill zone. But keeping in mind the kill zone, you have to scout then. Yeah, we have to keep in mind where your teammates are, and we're gonna be, I think, paying attention to that a lot, specifically looking at your tank a lot, looking at where most of your teammates are doing. It's just, I think, something what we can start with is just looking at where your team is before each fight, yeah, and then maybe you can do that more frequently. When you have that downtime, you can also scout, like we mentioned. Maybe you're doing it between shots, maybe you're doing it when you are, yeah, when you're just behind the corner, not the loading as well. Let's see. So I think you're right. Just in general, our mechanics are definitely fine. We just wanna kind of be in the right place, in the right spot to make sure we capitalize on those.
Sure.
Okay. So let's think about this. When we
probably should have.
Yeah, continue.
I was gonna say Zen is probably an easier target if I'm dashing both of them already. Maybe don't dash them, but yeah.
So this is kind of interesting situation too, because we mentioned we can engage someone who's in the kill zone, right? Potentially, well, if there are multiple people, when your team is actively going in, if someone is in kill zone, you can look for opportunities to do so, right? But if you think right now, where your kill zone is gonna be, where is like right when, yeah, I think right now, where is that exactly?
It's I will say I messed up because I think the Orisa dies. But no, yeah, the kill zone right now is probably I guess like probably right below me, somewhere in that area.
Yeah,
like I'm maybe pretty centered there.
Kinda. And see, and this is something we're gonna be recognizing. Are we engaging on isolated target? If yes, then you can do it whenever because it can kind of escape, I think, and then go towards your teammates with the dash back. But if those are multiple people, even two people supporting each other, slightly concerning, yeah. But I think,
you know, that was a bad dash.
if you find this sort of opportunities though, like why does Zenyatta potentially might be a good target for you? Because look at where her attention is, where the Kiriko's attention is. Because it's there, Zenyatta is kind of isolated for a short period of time based on attention of the enemy team. See what I mean? Like this is purely just the target priority. Okay, what is easy to kill in the kill zone? Yeah, easy to kill, based on a lot of factors, but yeah, I think you just gotta be looking like stationary targets, who is low HP. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think let's put it this way with target priorities. So 200 HP targets first, and then look after after who is easier to kill based on their mobility. They either like if they're stationary really good, and based on how many resources they have, like defensive or healing. Like this guy, this Kiriko has orb. Well, maybe we don't have to go on her. This Zenyatta has no healing and no anything, any protection, so can go on him too here. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I will say I think, you know, like I already said it, but you know, I wasn't aware of my Arisa's health there, and so I
Yeah,
dashed
that's-
in, and that messed me up. Like,
Yeah, I think
obviously I need
this
to
is
pay attention to that.
This is all right. This is gonna just down multiple layers, which I'm kind of giving you, which you can fix. Obviously, you're gonna do it one step
Yeah.
at a time too. I'll explain how you can practice this, but yeah. Just
Okay.
of course, there even this session, there are a lot of things like corners, skill zone, yeah, a little bit of a target priority, but yeah. Yeah, what do you think about now?
I mean, this play, maybe I should have bladed. I don't know. Because I don't think me engaging here was bad.
Yeah.
And maybe I could have killed the Zen with like slightly better mechanics. So I think a blade isn't the worst idea, but I don't know. That's my instinct.
Yeah. What do you think? Like the blade kind of creates. Can we say those guys are killable because they kind of, well, I think they used to the Kiriko used to mobility cooldowns, right? And the blade
Exactly.
is kind of can be like an AoE ultimate. Yeah, it can be, you can slash multiple targets at the same time, right? So it's not the same as
Yeah.
a right click, so just with primary fire. That's why maybe potentially looking after these guys, because they're isolated from their teammates. They kind of in close space here. Well, you can punish them, I think. But this is, again, we have to recognize this. This kind of in isolated category. Yeah, you can punish them. And if not, yeah, if this is not Blade, then this is probably the mistake here. Yeah, because these guys can kill you. Is there 2 versus 1? The Kiriko also has Suzu, so yeah.
Yeah, I think that like up until here, maybe I played okay. I think pushing up that far was definitely a mistake. Like, so yeah, I see what you're saying. I just think that like before I guess push past that corner, it was okay. I don't know if you agree, but that's how.
Yeah. No,
Uh,
I think it's just mainly you was right. It probably would be good solution to start with the blade. It's just whatever resource you have, you think, okay, these guys are killable. They're killable based on what? Because I have the blade, because I can maybe punish them. I think, why not? You have to keep the Suzu in mind, of course, but I think
yeah.
that's possible to maybe punish them there.
I
Yeah.
will say also, like, this is not an excuse. This is just like me letting you know. Like, I play Overwatch 2. I haven't put in as much hours as I did like Overwatch 1. So like, you know, the newer characters
Yeah, of
sometimes,
course.
you know, the instincts just aren't there. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
But
of
that's like
course.
not an excuse, right?
It's all right. It's all right. We're just gonna take some time, practice everything.
Sure.
Definitely,
Sure.
it's gonna be good. Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, we have a little bit of time still. Well, I'll just probably continue with the discussing this concepts first, and then maybe I can answer any questions you have at the end, and then I think, yeah, we'll just share how you can practice all this later.
Sounds good.
Okay. So see, like, let's just think about the things we said. The corners, kill zone. So what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts right now?
Okay, so what I'll say is I was really trying to get on that Symmetra, right? And then her turrets came out, and I felt like a lot of pressure. I can't deflect Sims, beam, and whatnot. So that's why I jumped out into the center, which I know is like a bad spot.
Yeah, but the pressure here is fine, I think. Yeah, the pressure. Why not? Yeah, the pressure is definitely good. Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you think about the position here then? What do you think? Just where we could be right now, if we think about the corners. Yeah, I think pressure in this matter is fine, but where we end up, this is this needs some work. Yeah. So
yeah, I fell into the center, and so I probably I don't know, just on either side, on the stairs or toward the door instead of the center.
So see, like, if we here or maybe there, we're minimizing. Yeah,
Exactly.
we're minimizing the amount of angles we deal with. Now we're exposed to this and this, and this is less ideal. And see, by the way, if you lean towards the corners, you're gonna be playing for your short range win condition, yeah? Because you here can always wall climb and kind of go for more right clicks. But if you're here, I mean, just you're gonna be landing more shurikens in general. But if you're here, then if you're going for the right click, then that is gonna be pretty difficult to land all of them on this Symmetra, yeah? That's why the corners, they just help you constantly close the gap.
10 seconds remaining.
I like how we playing for this position because just contesting this position in general though, because from there it's gonna be really easy for you to contribute to the kill zone where, well, it's gonna be kind of in front of the card. Yeah, so if someone enters this area, think if you're still on that high gun, if you have that potentially, if maybe you dealt with everyone there, maybe push them out as well, potentially just punishing that soldier, punishing this Kiriko as well. Yeah, this is good.
Okay.
This is good. Nice. Okay. And then after...
That was a bit of a panic deflect.
Yeah, no, I understand the intention. It's just like, you feel the damage is there, so you have to deflag. Maybe you're also saying like I was a little bit nervous. That's okay. I'm just looking at the... Yeah, we just want to get the something out of it. Like, the probably starting out with corners, kill zone is going to be beneficial. And then later we can review how the progress on those concepts going to be. It's a lot of times also when you're gonna be practicing that, you will find maybe that you lose a little bit more, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just gonna take time to adjust. It's gonna take time to see how you, yeah, I guess just practicing those habits, and then later, once you lose a little bit, and maybe get used to those habits, you will eventually climb up much more. So, and of course we're gonna have another concepts which we'll talk about too. Okay. So here we're starting out, and then pushing that soldier a little bit, going up, and then shooting that ball. So this is good, yeah. Like how we look into contest that space is okay, yeah. See, like what that happens. Why the Symmetra is killable right now? Because she's entered your kill zone, right? Because she's literally in the, well, we can say in the middle of your team, but even though she would be here, she's also potentially killable. See who is also killable? You tell me, who is also killable here? More killable.
The Zen looks kind of killable.
Kinda, yeah. I would agree. Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Probably the ball, based on his mobility and tankiness, probably not as much.
Yeah.
But the Zenyatta is definitely the one. The Kiriko less, because where she is. Yeah, she's in this space, so that would be a little bit more difficult. And that's how your target priority works. That's why it's good to focus the Symmetra right now, I think, because she's in your kill zone. She just entered it. Okay.
Her shield was a pain, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, I think let's just look at the defense a little bit, so we can also see like how we can apply the skill zone corners and defense. And yeah, let's say like here, yeah. This is gonna be the same. We're gonna be thinking where your kill zone is gonna be, and keeping that in mind once the enemy team is engaging, looking for opportunities. Yeah, if there are multiple people in the kill zone, just seeing, okay, who is more stationary, maybe they use more defensive cooldowns, maybe they're pretty low. You can find an opportunity to engage there, but see, like right now, because your teammate's distracted with this ball, then your kill zone is kind of gonna be here, yeah, because your Sigma is still poking this guys out. I think you cannot really commit there, yeah. And then let's see what we do with our position.
Did I take in high ground here?
Yeah, and why the high ground is good?
I think, you know, more corners, and I can perhaps get in that shorter range and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. Shorter range space. See, if I wanna duel this Widow, I would rather try to duel her by leaning like this way. Yeah, so I use this entire space to kind of help me Potentially, of course, you probably don't want to go that far, but just, as an opportunity, if that will be an opportunity, if your teammates are pushing up and you can contest this Widowmaker later by closing the gap like that, then why not? Also, look at this guy. This is the isolated target, yeah, which is coming here, so we can also contest that, yeah, keeping that in mind too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we go up to the soldier, which is fine. See, like, we don't overcommit. Yeah, this is good. Don't overcommit, because if we engage this here, then there's no follow-up. Yeah, your kill zone is right here. Yeah. And see, a lot of times, what we're saying, look at your tank a lot, just see, because this is gonna help you with identifying the kill zone, just because the tank is usually initiating. If your tank is fighting here, then you want to look for opportunities. Yeah, look for opportunities in this area. If he's doing something there, yeah. I see, okay, maybe Soldier's low, maybe Anne is low. Wait, she used the nade, okay. Maybe I can poke them out a little bit. I can engage them later. Maybe not now, because they're kind of low still. I mean, full still, so. Okay, we're going from there. This is also good. Kind of might be a little bit greedy angle, but still, I think this is good. See, you're playing pretty short range, and if your teammates they capitalize in this area, that would be really good. If the timing is just there, yeah. If your teammates, if this is your kill zone, yeah. If you engage in multiple people right now, and your team is kind of there, your tank especially, then that would be really good. But just in general, how we use corners there, this is good. That's what we want to do more. Yeah? Of course, we could say, yeah, mechanics could be better, but, this is... the mechanics is not the most important. This is what's important. When your team does this pressure, and then we engage after. This is really crucial. Okay. Yeah, I think let's just try to summarize what we mentioned so far, and we can think about how you can practice this a little bit more.
Okay.
So, yeah, what have we learned today so far? What do you want to be aware of?
Okay, yeah, I think the biggest things that I'm going to keep in mind are, keeping track of all my teammates and where our kill zone is, and just playing around that. I think with Genji, I want to make sure I'm taking positions that are going to open me up to opportunities to attack isolated targets or to pressure their squishies, and I do that by staying around corners and using those corners to, I guess, get in positions that are more toward their back line, I guess more aggressive positions, but still taken care of. And I think those are probably like the most important things.
Yeah. And also
of,
for the corners, it's kind of minimizing the amount of angles you deal with, or just threats. Yeah, angles is just where the potential threat can be. We want to think about that. How do we use corners to do that? But picking in a certain way, kind of minimizing our hitbox. Maybe we can actually look at that a little bit more as well. So I'm just going to write down minimize your hitbox, because there are more advanced ways to do so as well. Well, we kind of touched on that, but it's going to be beneficial. Again, for any character, this is really beneficial. I want to give you kind of general things you can do, even for Ashe, or even for just the Echo, anyone. You can apply those concepts. I think it's just going to be, your range is going to be different. For Ashe, it's going to be longer range. Yeah. For Tracer, well, it's closer range, but you're going to flank a lot. Yeah, see, this is just the specifics which are going to be changing, but you can still apply this, I think. Okay. And for the kill zone, what kill zone is exactly? Just so yeah.
It's where my team is. It's the zone where my team is all like applying the most pressure to potentially secure a kill.
Yeah. What the pressure is based on? How do you understand like where they can apply the most pressure?
Yeah, it's based on the heroes that we're playing and all of the heroes' ranges.
Yeah.
And our positions.
Yeah. I think you're right. So because sometimes you have those good angles on a certain position. Yeah, good angles. Like maybe someone is on the up position, someone is on the flank, because you're creating potential pressure from multiple sides of the map, there's high chance for you to get a kill. Okay, so this is
Mhm.
good, and just paying attention to effective range. But I think your first step with the kill zone and just like scouting, because this is like really connected. Like we mentioned, yeah, sometimes we're a little bit too far, or maybe a little bit early. Just keep in mind, start with keeping in mind where your tank is. This is the first step. I'm just gonna, so this is gonna be for scouting part. Yeah, scouting. Keep in mind where your tank is, and after you can, once you're comfortable with keeping where your tank is, I think keep in mind where most of your team is, and of course, yeah, this is gonna help with the kill zone. I'm just saying at the start, pay attention to tank, because usually when the tank starts engagement, that means your kill zone is somewhere there. Usually, of course, most of the time, it's just, you'll also find that the highest R people take a lot of angles. Yeah, it might be a little bit tricky to identify the kill zone, but for now, this is just general rule. The tank starts engagement, you see what is this area, you want to be there, capitalize on opportunities, and then keep in mind those other variables later. Yeah, so do this step by step, because it's really hard to process all the things at once. Yeah, when you know a game, you want to do just pick one thing at a time. Practice as simple thing as possible. Yeah, and reach the point until you do that automatically. Yeah, let's say you want to work on corners. Okay, fine. Just pick one concept. It can be working on how you use short range corners, for example. Yeah, use short range spaces more, and then see how you do that. You want to reach the point where you do that automatically. Yeah, and then after that, you can go for another concept. Practice that other concept too. Okay, so I'm also gonna send you the summary of our session. I'm just gonna share that with you. So when you when you practice, try to also, if you find the time to do that, try to find the time to ask questions if there's anything you want to know. If there is something you struggle with, maybe let's say you're not sure what kind of corners you could be taking, or you're not sure what your kill zone looks like, yeah, or just anything, especially what we mentioned in today's lesson. Send the questions in this format. Just give me the replay code, give me the timestamp and the question. I will answer that whenever I can, and I will give you screenshots. Yeah, really take advantage out of it. if you want to,
sure.
Yeah, if you want to reach diamond, I think that's possible. Just I think if we can go even higher, I think we can go even higher after this month of coaching. And
hopefully I'm so rusty and it shows, but I'm hoping to climb as much as possible.
That's okay. I'm really glad to help.
Yeah.
Also here, you can reflect on your progress too, because then we can adjust what we do later. You can kind of mention what concepts you applied, what do you do well, do you struggle with, because this helps me to track the progress, see where we at, and think about what kind of concept can be beneficial for the future.
So you want me to send that to you?
Yeah, basically here you're gonna be able to edit this document, so you can just write down like here I struggle at something, yeah, X something, doesn't matter, yeah.